Welcome to the Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm so grateful to see you here again today. Remember, here at Entrepreneur, we're always holding a safe space for you. This month in January, I want to talk about purpose. You guys know I'm really big on purpose, but purpose and clarity are going to be my theme for the month of January. So I want to say, hey, entrepreneurs, welcome. And this is what I call TonyaTalks. Just things that I have on my mind, thoughts that come across my mind. And I just want to come and talk to you about it. And we just have a conversation. And I love to hear your insights. I'm always going to leave you with a question. So at the end of the day, I look forward to hearing your responses. So I usually try to take a deep breath so that I can have clarity, so that I can relax in my moment. Let me ask you, did your year start off feeling loud or heavy, like everybody else has it all figured out but you? I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me. You're not behind. Your mind is just calling for clarity. Your spirit is just calling for clarity. Your soul is just calling for clarity. To slow down. To take a moment to focus. This month is about purpose. And purpose is not pressure. Purpose is an ever-evolving thing. As you evolve, as you start to break thresholds, you become closer and more evolved into your purpose. Because purpose isn't something you chase like a finish line. Purpose is something you return to. Many of us feel that purpose, we don't have any concept of it. We don't know what it is. But real talk, that's not true. You just haven't taken the time to seek it. Because purpose isn't something you chase like a finish line, it's something you return to. And many of us, especially the strong ones, the builders, the caretakers, people who don't actually need a new year, especially those folks, they don't need a new year. What they need is a new inner agreement. Agreement that truly says, I'm not doing this on autopilot. I'm not doing this on autopilot. I'm not saying yes to everything to drain me. I'm not performing for people who don't have the capacity to hold me. Let me say that again. I'm not performing for people who don't have the capacity to hold me. This year, I'm choosing clarity over chaos. Let me tell you what purpose is not. Purpose is not your job title. Purpose is not your relationship status. Let me think. Purpose is not your income level. Purpose is not I have it all figured out. Purpose isn't losing 100 pounds. Purpose is none of those extraneous things. Purpose is the thread that pulls you toward what's true for you. What makes your soul sing? What makes your mind tick? It's the thing that still matters to you even when nobody claps, nobody cares, nobody has any real interest but you. It makes you feel full and open and something that you must do. It's the thing that keeps whispering even when life gets hard. It's the thing that keeps knocking at the door, even when you don't answer. And the reason some of us feel stuck is not because we don't have purpose. It's because we keep trying to create purpose from other people's expectations. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. The reason why some of us feel stuck is because we are trying to create purpose from other people's expectations. Now, where they do that at? Tell me where they do that at. We're so busy. Just busy. Got so much going on, but not fulfilled. We think we're being productive, but we're not aligned. We think we're achieving, but we still feel empty. That's not failure. Don't get it confused. That's information. Information that we dare to look at. We dare to stand and look at. We dare to stand and look at. It's the information that we keep misinterpreting because we're building our purpose on other people's expectations. So you must get clear. You must get clarity. One of my favorite things to say is that, you got to get grounded. You got to get clear so that you can get moving. Because when you have all that space that's filled with all this excess extraneous stuff, we get stuck. But when you get grounded and then you take a moment to get clear, now you can make the right next step and you can get moving. See, clarity begins with one brave moment of honesty. This isn't serving me. Am I living someone else's dream? Am I doing things, quote, that I call my purpose, but it's really somebody else's? I'm just asking. So I want to ask the question, what is it that makes your heart sing when nobody's watching? This year, what things are you going to do that makes your heart sing, that you truly want to do when nobody else is watching? Not what you should do, not what you should want, not what other people tell you you should want. What do you want? What should you be doing? What does your inner calling have? What is the thing that you've been putting off that haven't made a priority, but when you do it, you feel in your power? I'm just asking, what do you really want? Because a lot of people are setting goals without acknowledging exhaustion, even maybe grief, someone's past. They've just been moving and moving and moving. Clarity, you don't need to rush it. You need to sit and stand in it and get grounded and ask yourself the questions that you need to ask to really get clear so that you can make the next right move. I want to leave you with another thought when I was talking about grief and exhaustion. You cannot build clarity and have clear thought on top of pain. You cannot build clarity and have clear thoughts on top of pain. So you can't skip the steps. You can't rush to clarity and act like those things didn't matter, because they're going to always be there until you address them. That's a part of getting clear. So when you start to address things, when you start to stand in them, then clarity starts to move through, because now you're addressing the things that have been clouding you. So now it starts to move through. I want to give you some anchors, some things that will help you in terms of anchoring your clarity, along with any grief or pain or exhaustion that you may be having. These are anchors, right? Things that you can set in the ground and ask yourself to give yourself some kind of anchor. So let's start with the first one. I have 3. The first one is, what matters most? If everything fell away, noise, titles, opinions, what still matters to you? Is it peace, freedom, love, legacy, God, creativity? Name it. What matters most to you? Name it. Because what you don't name, you can't build. So name it. What matters most to you? That's anchor number 1. Anchor number 2 is what's draining you. What's draining you? When things are draining you, that's when exhaustion sets in. That's when you start to spin your wheels and feel stuck. That's when you get the brain fog. So what's draining you? Is it a relationship, a habit, a mindset, a commitment that you never wanted in the first place? I said a commitment that you never wanted in the first place. Be honest, not judgmental, be honest. This is not about judgment. There's no place here for judgment. This is about addressing the things so we can have the life we deserve. So we can be the best version of ourselves. So we can be okay. Just be okay. Most of us just want to be okay. In our own skin. With some peace. But that takes a little work. We can't just keep moving haphazardly and existing and expecting to get to our purpose and the clarity and the life that we deserve. That requires taking moments to stand still and seek within. So I ask you, what's draining you? So the first anchor is what matters most. The second anchor is what's draining you. And the third anchor is who are you being? Who are you being? Not what are you doing, but who are you being? Who are you being while you're doing it? Whatever it is you're doing, who are you? When I ask you who are you being while you're doing it, are you being anxious? Are you being rushed? Are you people pleasing? Oh, for God's sake, are you people pleasing? Proving, performing? Or are you being grounded, present, consistent? Which sounds better? Are you anxious, rushed, constantly people pleasing, proving and performing? Or are you grounded, present, brave, consistent? Because purpose doesn't start with what you do. Purpose starts with who you decide to be, who you were meant to be, who you are seeking to be, who you were designed to be. So the 3 anchors for clarity, and I want you to notice they're all questions that you need to ask yourself to get grounded, to see the picture, to step outside of the picture and to see the picture. You can't see it when you're in it and moving. And then start to ask the questions. The simple 3 anchors. What matters to you most? What matters to you most? What's draining you? And who are you being? Who are you? Who are you being? Now, let's think about doing a purpose reset. Here we are in January. You know how in January, everybody got all these goals, all these things, right? All these things that they're going to do, right? For 2026, they got a whole list of things, right? We got this we're going to do. You're going to do that. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And you know the number one is, I'm going to lose weight starting in January. Well, I said, let's keep it real. Can we keep it real? Let's reset. Let's do a simple reset in January. I want you to try for the next 7 days, every morning, before you grab your phone, and ask yourself, what would make me feel meaningful today? What today would make me feel meaningful? What would be meaningful to me today? I know I hold my head a lot. I mean, because these are real questions, and I think a lot of times people don't think about these things. They're just moving, not thinking, not asking themselves real questions that make a difference in their day and their life, that gets them grounded, that gets them clear, that moves them towards their purpose. The next question I want you to ask is, what do I need to say no to today? And for those of you who don't know, no is a complete sentence. And when the person asks you, well, what you mean no? 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 Yeah, no. Peace be with you. I really wish I could help you, but no. So why is it, this is a trick question for it. Why is it that when we say yes, there's no other questions behind it? But when we say no, people got questions. Like, what's the difference? Like, yes is a complete sentence, no? Like, I just get confused sometimes. So I'm just asking because why is it that yes can be a complete sentence and no can't? I'm just asking. And the reason I'm asking is twofold. When you say yes to things, people have no issues. When you say no, they want to ask you questions. But think about it from this perspective. If you're always saying yes, right? If you're always saying yes, then your yes has nothing to be protected by because you never say no. So people expect you to say yes to everything because you're constantly people pleasing. But when you say no, you get, and you say it consistently. When you say yes, people honor that yes more. They feel more grateful. They don't take you for granted. They receive that you really are open to doing whatever that yes is for. But if you're saying yes all the time, now you get all these questions to no. But if you're saying no and being honest about the things you want to say no to, the things you really don't want to do, you say no to, then people will respect your yes more. I want you to think about that. What is the last question is, what is the one aligned action that you can take today for yourself that makes you feel aligned with you? None of these things that I'm sharing is about being selfish or anything like that. It's about finding that inner peace, being grounded in who you are, being able to ask yourself questions and not just existing and moving and living for other people's thoughts and impressions and what they think about you. This month in January is about purpose and clarity. And the only way you can get to purpose and clarity is by asking some of these questions that we're discussing today. So again, what is the one aligned action that you'll take today? Align means it matches the person you said you're becoming. Align means it matches the person you said that you're becoming, the person that you want to be, the person that you desire to be. So what actions are you taking that are aligned with who you want to be? And it can be a small action. See, we think we have to do 10, 12, 20 steps. Imagine if you just did one small step every day. How much closer we'll be. If it's a phone call, an email, a journal entry, setting a boundary, dealing with an uncomfortable truth, walking through a fear, just one step. Clarity doesn't come from thinking harder. Clarity comes from moving honestly. Clarity doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from moving in honesty. Because when you're being true to thyself, you're moving with clarity. Because you're being intentional, because you know the reason why you're making these steps. You're not making them based on other people's expectations, you're making them based on your own. The things that you desire, the things that you want. So clarity comes from moving in honesty. That's another thought. So we have 3 anchors, and then we have morning questions that we should ask ourselves. And all of these things I'll put in the show notes for you to come back and if you just want to come back and reiterate some of these thoughts in your own mind. So the soulful truth is purpose is allowed to evolve. Purpose is evolving. We start with one thing and then we break into the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. We will always have purpose until the day we die, until the day we transition and go home to be with the Father. We always will have purpose. Because what your purpose is today evolves to the next thing, and then the next thing, right? Because it's an ever-evolving thing. As you evolve, your purpose evolves. Your purpose may evolve this year. It may evolve this year, but it doesn't mean that you've been inconsistent all the other years. It just means that you're more intentional about moving forward in your purpose. It means you're alive. It means you're aware. It means that you're real about where you want to be, and you're intentional about it. Because you decided that that's what you wanted to do, that you're intentional about it. Some of you are outgrowing who you used to be and trying to drag your old identity into this new year. I beg you to leave it behind. Because the new year requires a new version of you. And it requires you each and every day striving to be better than you were yesterday. The best version of you doesn't abandon yourself. The best version of you doesn't shrink to keep peace. The best version of you doesn't wait for permission to take up space. So if you feel uncertain right now, good. That means you're standing at the doorway of something real, something new. That's you. The next version of you. So here's your assignment. And I want you to take it seriously, because January is not about anything but you being intentional about your purpose and seeking clarity to do so. So your assignment is, I want you to take it seriously, because I'm holding a safe space for you, but you have to show up in it. Here at Entrepreneur, we're holding safe spaces for people. You have to show up. That's all you have to do, is show up in it. We're here with you. So I ask you to do this. Write this down. This year, I will not confuse motion with purpose. This year, I will not confuse motion with purpose. This year, I will choose clarity over chaos. This year, I will choose clarity over chaos. Lastly, this year, I will become who I said I am. This year, I will become who I said I am. Now, if you want me to walk you through that clarity day by day, if you just need a little help on how to shift, how to move forward, tap in with the Inner Shift Starter Pack I've created for you guys. Because you don't have to do this alone. You were never meant to do this alone. And here at Entrepreneur, we're here for you. So here it is. Just take the next step to inner shift, to tweak, to take a moment to know who you are and what you deserve and what you desire, to walk in your purpose, to get grounded, to get clear so that you can get moving and make the next right step. I'd want to thank you for listening. I hope something I said here was helpful to you. Know that I love you. I'm proud of you. And I will see you at the next Tonya Talks. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing day, evening, night, whenever you're listening to this. Have an amazing, and know that you deserve everything you desire.